Yes, mates, how's it going? My name's Lee. Welcome back to the channel. I've just played your wildcard and it didn't go too well. I tried to beat your friends in a mini league, but this might be the place for you. So in today's video, I'm going to do a quick recap on my game week 26 team and then swiftly move on to a team selection for game week 27. We're going to look at some transfer targets and see what chips we can play in the upcoming doubles and blanks. So if you like Fantasy Premier League, then why not subscribe to the channel, mate? It's nice and easy, just a little button down there. Go and click it there. Anyway, let's rock and roll. So, this is my game week 26 review. Didn't go very well, mate. Did not go very well. Yeah, hard one to take this. I actually played my wild card, and yeah, it didn't go very well, mate. The only saving grace is that I didn't have Salah. I had Darwin, Trent, and Robertson. Maddison was McAllister up until about 5 minutes until the deadline. It was my stag do on that day, so I was very pressed for time, and it was just like, yeah, whatever. I'll go Maddison. I actually really wanted McAllister. I was the only Brighton player that I was set on was McAllister. I ended up going Matoma and Estupiñán. Like, I didn't even go for the one I wanted. Oh mate, gutted, fuming. One of those. Wildcard was the right play for me at that time. In my video, I said it wasn't. I went and did a bit of like, I went on FPL.team. I looked through the future game weeks. I was just struggling to keep up with the pace. I felt if I didn't wildcard there and then, I was going to keep slowly like dropping behind, and I was getting wildcarding in a week that wasn't beneficial to me. The whole point of wildcarding now was to get a head start, try and get plays in that everyone's looking at. FPL Twitter was all over the place with this kind of stuff on it. They were loving it. And kind of banking that transfer moving forward, like to me, like it just made sense. Like it was a last minute decision that I made. I didn't plan on it before that point, and it was probably like, I think I decided like a day before the deadline that I was going to, and that I'd settled on doing, on using my wild card. Anyway, like onto the week itself, I captained Saka. I dropped about 100,000 places. I'm 210,000 now. I only got 33 points in the whole week. Gutting, mate. The only one who returned anything was TONEY. Estupiñán got a clean sheet. She had 6 points, I think. And Haaland got an assist, I believe. Matoma on the bench is just gutting. I'm putting so many points on the bench this season, it's crazy. But Maddison should have been McAllister. Like, I don't mind Matoma on the bench because that was always going to be the plan if I went wildcard. Matoma was always going to be first sub. But yeah, that one's a hard one to take, mate. We move onto team selection for game week 27. All right, first up, we've got David Raya in goal. Nice double, Everton and Southampton away. I know they're both away. I prefer Brentford at home. I think they're both very, very good games. He might be my keeper for the rest of the season now. You can see I've got Nick Pope on the bench. I think Pope can easily come in for some of Brentford's tougher games and like easily take the mantle. Ben Mee. I obviously went the wrong Brentford defender, but I've had Ben Mee since the restart, so I paid 4.5, 4.6, so like it made sense for me to stick with him. He's a great aerial threat, like he's always a set piece threat, and I think he's just a great solid option for them. Can't believe he's 33, mate, 33. Couldn't believe it. Onto Estupiñán is the best attacking fullback for Brighton. Like he's the one, like everything funnels through, like in terms of defenders, like everything's funneled through that left hand side. With Estupiñán, he's almost like an inside left forward. Like he takes up some really bizarre positions. That's not great for Matoma because Matoma goes wide, Estupiñán goes into the space. I'd prefer if it was the way around, if Matoma went into the inside left, Estupiñán on the outside. But I don't know why they do it that way around. Like I don't know, like maybe to confuse things. I'm not sure. So like he kind of does like an underlap, kind of like old school Leighton Baines, as it were. And then Zinchenko, Fulham away. Really solid game. I actually went Zinchenko in the end, obviously, and I could have easily gone Gabriel, but I thought Zinchenko was the better option. He's just a more fun option. Like it's just one of those. I think he's a really fun option. I think he's a really nice option, and it just kind of makes sense for me. I am seriously considering a bench boost. I know I've not got doubles here, but I am seriously considering it. Trippier could easily come in for Zinchenko there, by the way, as well. And those two could easily swap around, but I do like Zinchenko away to Fulham. With them missing Paulinho, I think they won't be as great defensively as you seen the other day. They They can score the odd goal, but I think they'll be weak there. Arsenal will dominate the ball. I think Zinchenko will dominate play from that centre midfield role that he kind of drifts into. And I think he'll just rack up the bonus, might get an assist, hopefully, and then boom, one of them. You can see from the bottom right there, my main transfer target is McAllister. And if that was the case, I'd have to make a decision between Marcus Rashford and Odegaard. And I can't quite decide which one I want right now. So on to the midfield. And like I just mentioned then, do I drop Odegaard or Rashford for McAllister? If that double goes ahead for Brighton, I definitely want 3 of them. But there was some rumours going around that the Leeds game might not go ahead because of the weather. I don't know how certain that is. Like, I don't know like any more than that. I just heard some rumours, and if they lost the double, is Palace at home a better fixture than Fulham away or Southampton at home? No, it's not. But then they've also got a future extra double. So, but what week is that going to come on? Like can I say bringing in McAllister for now? That's going to be a last minute decision for me. It is currently Thursday. Man United play in about 20 minutes, and we'll see I'll just see what happens with Rashford. Like if Rashford gets injured or he's not looking great, I might go Rashford to McAllister. I did consider it briefly last week, but I'm obviously a big United fan. I've got the bias there. I love him, so it was just never going to happen, mate. So one of them. Matoma, Leeds away, Palace at home. I think they're good games, and he's a very close second captain. As you can see from the right, I've picked Toney as my captain. He's very, very close, and if I did have McAllister would probably just go ahead of Matoma. Just for the fact he takes penalties and a lot of set pieces, like mainly direct free kicks, and he's playing in that kind of like floating 8-10 position that that is doing. I mean, I think the guys on above average FPL described it as like is an 8 half the time and a 9 half the time. So he never technically plays number 10. He just kind of drifts between like one of the others. So he gets all the passes, gets all the bonus, and then he plays number 9. So win-win. Saka and Odegaard away to Fulham. Again, really, really good game. Odegaard seems to be dropping deeper in recent weeks, and I think that diminishes his impact in the game. One of the reasons why I am thinking that I might go McAllister for Odegaard. It just sounds bizarre when they've got a game next week and McAllister doesn't. So you basically go in 2 for 2 there. Is that worth it? I'm not sure. If Rashford might be the play, Rashford might be the play. I'm not going to drop Maddison. I won't drop the other boys because they've got a game in 28. Like, I'm basically replacing someone to bring in someone that doesn't play next week. That's the hard bit, really. Yeah, like I could sell Odegaard now, but then I'd have one less player next week. So, no, it doesn't make sense, mate. It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. So, if I'm doing it, it's going to be Rashford for McAllister. Sounds crazy when they've got Southampton at home, doesn't it? Mate, it's tough. Really, really tough week. And like it lends to the fact that the bench boost this week, all the kind of optimization engines or whatever, the algorithms say no. That game week 29 is the best bet because everyone's got a double. I'd be able to get out 14 doubles, and Harry Kane is kind of where I'm like heading towards right now. And that's how I'm feeling about that. I'm quite happy with the midfield overall. Like I don't need to make any changes. I'm just kind of forcing it a little bit, but because I've dropped so much now, I've dropped by 100k, so I'm down to 200k now. Like I'm really trying to claw back those points. I'm trying to claw back the ranks and trying to make some big boy plays, mate. Big boy plays. So that might be the play, mate. That might be the play. Leave a comment down below. What do you think I should do? Should I bring in McAllister? Question A. Question 1A. Do I bring in McAllister? Question B2. Who for? Rashford, Odegaard or Saka? Or none? It's going to be a bad week, isn't it? Right, last but not least, we've got the forwards. Haaland away to Palace. I'm really happy playing him. I think it'd be a tough game for City. I don't think it'd be high scoring. I think City will still win. But Palace have caused them some issues in the past. I still remember that Andros Townsend goal, the absolute screamer that he scored from the edge of the box. I think just corner come in, gets headed out, and he just absolutely slaps it. Screams in top corner. Like, where the hell did that come from? Really happy playing Haaland. But he's not a captain consideration for me at all. even in terms of single game week plays, I'd still rather captain Rashford or Saka, to be honest. Ivan Toney, he has got 2 away games, and I've seen some stats kind of floating about that he's got a decent record away from home. I think Brentford are a better home side, but they've got 2 good games, 2 relegation candidates that he's up against this week, and hopefully his ban doesn't come in anytime soon. That's my only issue. He is a captain. He is my main captain. He didn't get booked, so even if he gets booked against Everton, it's not going to impact me for the second game. Really easy choice. I think he'll be very, very heavily captained. I think it'll be basically Toney versus Matoma is going to be the big one this week. So if you've kind of got either of those and you go against the other one, hope for the best. 50-50 shot, mate. And then Harry Kane, home to Forest. Spurs look shocking, mate. They look absolutely shocking. And I don't even want him anymore. Like, this happens all season though. Like, you don't score for a game or two, and I think, Spurs are done, mate. Spurs are done. And then they'll go and spank someone 2 or 3, 4-0, whatever. And everyone wants Harry Kane back, so he's probably he's a lot more consistent than any other player in the league in terms of goal scoring, but he never gets a big haul, does he? He might get 1 or 2 in a game, whereas Haaland will get hat trick, and then he'll score for like 4 weeks. Kane just 1, 2, maybe miss 1, 2. Do you know what I mean? Like he's just steady Eddie, mate. And like in that game soon that's called Casemiro, mate, he's just an idiot, man. Probably one of the worst pundit on TV. Followed closely by Michael Owen. Shocking. Bench, Pope, Trippier, Botman, Maddison. I could easily play the bench boost this week. They're all very, very nice games. Now I'm kind of sat in, I'm thinking about it. I'm going to go Trippier instead of Zinchenko, I think. You have to back Trippier. Like, he's a beast. He's an absolute beast. And they're at home as well. I think a home fixture is always better. They need to bounce back. They need to pick up some wins soon, and I think that's a perfect game for them. Right, mates, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. So today we did a quick recap on my Game Week 26 team, and then swiftly moved on to a team selection for Game Week 27. So if you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment down below. Peace and love.